All right, guys, I see the comments and I see that you guys are looking up asking how I became disabled, so I figured I'd just give you the answer. Now, I do have an 8-minute story time video that I edited that I plan to post later this week that talks about how I became disabled, that has some notes from doctors as receipts because some people think that I'm pretending to be disabled, but I figured for now I could post a video explaining what my disabilities are. To start with the one that intrigues people the most, I have what's called a non-traumatic brain injury, meaning I have brain damage that was not caused by a traumatic blow to my head. Because of this, I had to go through a comprehensive cognitive rehabilitation program to attempt to get my brain back to normal. Unfortunately, it only helped a little bit. But Gloomy, you don't seem brain injured. I get that a lot. But brain injuries come in all shapes and sizes, and it's not always obvious when someone has one. Like, for example, with these videos I've been making this past week, I have to spend a lot of time editing them because of how much I pause or stutter. It also makes it really hard for me to read and do puzzles. Any video game that takes a lot of brain power, chances are I'm not doing it, at least not without help. And there are a ton of clips of me saying sentences that make absolutely no sense because my brain mixes the words around. And if you watch my streams, you'll notice that I lose my train of thought a lot, forget the words that I'm about to say, and I have a tendency to have a delayed reaction to things. Unfortunately, the brain injury is not the only thing wrong. To start, I developed focal epilepsy. Focal epilepsy is a type of epilepsy in which the seizures do not occur throughout your entire brain, they happen in specific parts of your brain. For me, they usually happen in my temporal lobes. Another neurological condition that I have is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, a form of dysautonomia. Dysautonomia is when your autonomic nervous system is dysfunctioning. So think of any of those automatic functions in your body, like your heart rate, your blood pressure, digestion, breathing, sweating, all of that, it's not functioning properly in my body. With postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, also known as POTS, it is specifically affecting my heart, but it still affects the other parts of my system too. So what this means is that when I change my posture, such as standing up or if I'm walking or anything like that, my heart rate jumps through the roof. On a bad day, it goes over 180 beats per minute. Because of this, I have to be on heart medication at all times to try to get a better handle on my heart. I also have to stay super hydrated. Because I'm on heart medication now, it's not as noticeable on my streams, but in the past, before I was on medication, if I had my heart monitor on and I got up to go to the bathroom, everybody would freak out because my heart rate would be so high on the screen. I also have a chronic illness called myalgic encephalomyelitis, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome. Chronic fatigue syndrome is an illness that causes you to have extreme bouts of fatigue and malaise after exerting yourself. What this means is if I do too much physical activity, I become physically ill. And no, I don't mean I get a little sore and I'm tired. I mean, I get flu-like symptoms. I will start coughing. I will get a runny nose and start sneezing a lot. My face will start to swell. I'll get low-grade fevers, and my body will feel like I have the flu. I will have body aches from head to toe that are excruciating that don't go away. This has led to me being mostly housebound. I really never leave the house. And when I do, I have to plan ahead. Like, I'm going to 2 concerts this summer, so I have to plan to be sick the week after. The 2 most recent chronic illnesses that I've been diagnosed with is hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and mast cell activation syndrome. Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is a connective tissue disorder that causes joint instability and chronic pain throughout the body. It can also just cause a whole boatload of other issues. And mast cell activation syndrome is a disorder in which my body releases way too many mast cell mediators. Put it simply, my body has allergic reactions when it's not supposed to. It impacts me the most with food, where when I eat, I have significant gastrointestinal issues afterwards, even though I'm not actually allergic to the food that I'm eating. And sometimes I'll just be sitting on my couch and all of a sudden my eyes are swelling shut and I'm breaking out in hives. I'll just be minding my business and it's just like, great, now I'm itchy all over. Why? Oh, somebody sprayed something in the room upstairs? Great, now I'm having an allergic reaction. So yeah, that's an explanation of all the health issues I have. If you would like more information on these different disorders, I do have a panel on the Purple app that has embedded links on each of these disorders. I hope that this answers your question. Goodbye!